Stoeger M3500 True Timber Camo.
Are you ready to go down wood down heavy?
Feet down and the beat down.
Longbeard's our guide today.
And I knew the birds were gonna come in.
This could be a freaking crazy morning.
Not even 9 limited out. We're canceling all flights.
So the M3500 is a 3.5-inch chambering gun. It's got a barrel length of 28 inches. It is overall 50 inches long, and you can also add shims to the back. So the total length of pull is gonna be 14 3/8 with no shims. So this gun is a semi-automatic. It is an inertia-driven shotgun. It came with a weird-ass choke, but we gonna use it. So we did buy this gun used from Gangnan Sports out in Toronto. So this gun is coming in at a weight of 7 pounds, 13 ounces. So the trigger feel on the M3500 is decent. It can definitely have room for improvement. I would say the bolt release as well. It's pretty small for the standards of today, but it is a smooth action. The bolt catch in the back is clean. There is no milling on the loading port, which I think is a huge desirable and that I think can improve on. It is featuring a rear trigger safety. To me, in my opinion, I would much rather it on the front, and some people are even more accustomed to it having at the thumb there at the back. So this gun features a single fiber optic sight at the front of the gun. There is no mid-bead. It's got a vented rib on the barrel that the sight sits on. It is also raised from the back to the rib, which is always good for sight picture. The overall ergonomics of this gun, they feel very clean. There's no harsh between the stock or the chambers or the triggers. Everything fits very well. I would say this is a well put together gun. There's a lot of R&D that went into this to make sure no loose when you're pulling on stuff or when it's cycling, there's no loose rattles. All right, so now that we've gone over the specs of this gun, let's go bust some clays. All right, it's a 3+1 gun. Let's get on some clays. This is sad, bro. All right, first 3 shots, I got 1 clay. This trigger is heavy. You really have to pull on it to get that thing to fire. Let's load up, we'll have another round. Holy. Still rough, we're still breaking her in. Damn, 2 for 3. We're getting better with her. We're getting better with her, getting better. Getting worse. All right, so after shooting a couple of rounds at her, that trigger, definitely a heavy trigger. You really have to pull that to get that on. What I'm really liking though, is this button, the release for the bolt. It's small, but it's nice and soft. So whenever you push it, it slams shut. But it's not too soft that you might bump it and it'll shut. So, and the oversized bolt handle itself, I'm a huge fan. It's got a little bevel in it for obviously comfort of your finger. The front fiber optic, not really a great one, I would say. Very small. The mid bead would definitely help this lining up the shots for sure, especially having that hard trigger. The buttstock, very comfortable. It didn't really feel like crazy amount of recoil. We are only shooting shot 7, but other than that, overall, decent gun. Let's go put some birdshot on some paper and let's test out this cheap choke. All right, so we're using 12 gauge, 3-inch, 1550 BB. Let's put her on target and see what she does. All right, so we're loaded up. We're 20 yards out. Let's put it on paper. "20 yards out, let's go see." So we've confirmed that the unknown choke inside the gun is obviously a full choke, and that is why we haven't been shooting very well on the clays, because a full choke is not a skeet choke. All right, so the M3500, we're gonna try putting 3 shots as fast as my finger can pull. Smooth operator. All 3 shots, ejected perfect, chambered perfect. Recoil, minimal. This is a nice tight pattern. I would love this pattern if I'm out goose hunting. This is what I'm looking for. You got multiple in the kill zone, and you got gnarly groupings of a couple BBs in a couple of them. This is a prime target. All right, so my synopsis for the M3500, it's a decent shotgun for hunting. I would not use this for a competition gun at all. I'd really like the button for the bolt release. The bolt, it's a good handle on her. The trigger definitely needs some work. That is a heavy trigger for pulling for birds or for skeets. So at a price point of under $1,000, it's an okay shotgun. Would I recommend it for a first timer? Maybe if they don't have the extra cash for a Benelli or something along those lines. But overall, good shotgun. Would I shoot it very often? Probably not. All right, so that's it for this gun review. If you want to leave us a comment on a gun that you want us to do, put in the comments below. Don't forget to like that video, help support the channel. And don't forget, subscribe, because we drop in every week.